get it. Hang on while I remute everybody here. I've watched her grow. I've watched her flourish. I've watched her never let up with her foot on the gas. She is an extraordinary leader here. And I want her to share with you what she's been doing. She has actually gotten, she and her husband, John, have gotten 4 brand partners already this month. Vicki Downey, are you there?
I'm here.
I know, I saw you earlier. Hi, welcome. Thanks for getting up with us early this morning and sharing. I know you shared for all of the top leaders in the company on our call yesterday, and it was such a powerful call that I just had to have you come on here. So take it away, Vicki.
Thank you, Anna. Wow. And I feel so honored. When you texted me, I thought, me? Absolutely. And, you know, it's going to be amazing, you guys. I'm going to talk, and I hope not too much about Anna today that I embarrass her, but so much of what I and John have learned is because of Anna. So she's a big part of our story that I'm about to share. So yes, we sponsored our 4th brand partner in the month of December on Friday. And that was actually a little too late for me. I was freaking out because, guys, let me just tell you, when they announced last Monday on the Premier Director and Above call, actually they did it to NMDs first and then to the other higher ranking leaders, which I know you're all going to be there. You're all going to be on that call very soon. I was excited. The minute, you know, I heard the goal planning session, that this 2020 promo that Anna just went over, that's what they announced. And when I heard that goal setting session, I thought, wow, gotta sponsor 1. And then when they went on to 2, that we get that vision pack and the magazines and the eye serum, I thought, what a company. And then when they dropped the bomb and said, when you sponsor 4, and what really got me was singing Sweet Caroline on stage with Jeff Olson. If any of you have ever been to a national conference, you know they kick people off the stage. They even kick, NMDs try to get up there, and they're like, nope. It's the executives singing, and we're all in the audience, and everybody's grabbing arms, and it's just an incredible time. And I thought, if I could just do that and earn that, that would be amazing. But the sweets is what really got me. During that day, last Monday, it was a busy day, right? It was the 2nd day of the month. Just like you, busy life, doing things for the beginning of the new month. And so I didn't wrap my brain around how powerful this is. And I hope I'm speaking to a lot of you that maybe you haven't wrapped your brain around the fact that this is huge and you could actually do this. And so throughout the day, we booked a leader call with our core leaders just before Neora University, and we were on it, and we were brainstorming. And what was so cool is that our leaders were raising their hands saying, I want to earn a suite. And one of them said, wouldn't that be cool? Several of us, or everybody on this Zoom, as a matter of fact, earns a suite, and if we can get connecting rooms, we have a massive party. So you can imagine the energy. I'm already getting tingly excited again, just talking about it. And so I thought, holy smokes, we got to do it, guys. Let's do it. So we made a pact that we were going to run for this. And mind you, it's like 7 o'clock at night in the West Coast, and I don't call people past 8. I know other people, that's no problem. And other countries seem to call each other late, but I feel like in the United States, you really shouldn't call people past 8 o'clock at night. That's just me. So I thought, man, I've got an hour. I got to make these phone calls. I want to be one of the 35, right? So I just started making excited calls, kind of like how I am right now. I went through it. I'm going to tell you, I started just calling, like Anna said at the beginning of the call. Some things can be done by text, but when you want to put your emotion and make people really understand how important this is for them as well. I mean, for them, for the most part, that's what it's all about. But you got to pick up the phone. So I left just piquing interest phone calls. And I'll tell you who it was to. It was to people that were on my Class A list just in this last 30 days, 30 to 60 days. Those are the excited ones I called first. B was PCs who love the products and maybe ordered ProLux recently or already ordered the Black Friday sale, I knew that they'd be excited. They're still waiting for their product to come, a lot of them. C was anyone I ever shared Neora with in the past, right? But in that hour last Monday night, I couldn't call that many people, right? So I went with the top, the Class A's first. And I just said, oh my gosh, Mary, you got to call me back. I just found out something really exciting. It's time sensitive. It's a product you love. Call me back, right? So each person was different because I'd formed them properly. I knew a little bit more about each one after forming them, right? I had their why in my vault, like John talks about. I'd locked it away in the vault. And so each person I would say something different. Like if I was calling about the product, the person that loves Firm, that's why I would say, oh my God, it's your favorite product. You've got to call me back. And, just left enough where they'd want to call me back. And I definitely said it was time sensitive. I followed up, this is key, with a text saying that I left them a voicemail, right? Because how many of you have never gotten phone calls back because nobody listens to their messages anymore with all the robocalls? So my little email or text reminder, where's my phone? Anyway, you guys get the idea. I texted them after I went all through 8 o'clock because I thought I'm out of time. Got to get these calls done. Then I'll text them and say I left the message. Nobody called me back that night, but guess what? My phone was ringing off the hook the next day. Of course, not everybody called me back. That's just how it is. It's a numbers game. The ones that did call me back, I had 7 bullet points that I wrote down on here. They're messy, but it's messy bullet points, but who cares? I'm in activity mode. I just wanted key points where I could stay on track. And I'm going to definitely go over that with you guys. But I was just excited, and I let them know about what's going on, and we'll get into that. But I want to follow along, though, too, with the people that did not call me back. You guys don't just give up on those. You're going to continue making more calls to more people on your list. But the ones that didn't call back, if it was about 24 hours, make sure you're tracking who you're calling. So I wrote people down. And I put a dot when I texted them. You're going to have your own system, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget to text anybody, that I left the voicemail. And then when if they didn't call back within 24 hours, I sent them, I've got a present for you picture. The one with the Firm that has the gold sparkles all around it and says, I have a present for you, right? And I didn't leave any other words. I just sent that picture. And that got more people to call, right? It's just another talking point. So, Tiffany, could you mute yourself? We can hear you. Sorry. And I have an ADD brain, so it goes everywhere.
I'm sorry.
Awesome. So basically, that was all I did last week, you guys. I was on the phone with everyone with a sense of urgency, excitement. John was on the phone. John's calling people. We're egging each other on. Who are you going to call? I just called this person, this person, this person. We were going back and forth. If you have a spouse that you're building with, it's kind of fun to do that together. But if you're building alone, do it yourself. And what I have to say is, before I go into the 7 points, is this is nothing new. I'm not doing anything differently than we do all the time, but it's my mindset. It's my excitement. It's that fear of loss. It's me wanting a suite for our team to hang out in that drove me. I wanted one of those suites because my thought process was, this is so amazing, and I know how fast suites sell out at convention. In fact, as an NMD, I've tried to get a suite many times at convention, and there are none. They're all either taken up by the company, right, or other NMDs have grabbed them, or other people. And so I figured, oh my gosh, they're all going to be gone. And by the way, one of our leaders was smart, went to the Gaylord and found the suites and actually put it out to our team. Check out the suites. This will keep firing us all up, right? So I wanted the suites. I had that sense of urgency, but it was also a mindset. And this is where I really want to step aside from what I did to talk about mindset. And then I'll go back to, what I actually said to people and give you guys the verbiage. But it was mindset, because I've been in the industry a while, back in 2003, I joined another company. Some of you guys know our story. It was a candle company. And I was scared to death to pick up the phone. I had to really force myself. And I've gotten better at it. So I know if I can do it, you guys can get better at picking up the phone. I was scared, my voice quivered, all the things that I'm sure many of you go through, but push through that fear. You want the end result. And maybe you don't care about the sweets, but maybe you want all the VIP treatment, going backstage with the executives, hanging out with Jeff. There's a breakfast, for goodness sake. So maybe you could care less about the sweets, but whatever drives you, use that end result that you want to drive you to get there, to push through that fear. And back when I was early in this industry, you guys, I didn't even think I could sponsor one. In fact, I was terrible at it. I was great at my little parties and talking to people, but I was terrible at sponsoring. And I sabotaged myself. And I really want to make sure that none of you guys are sabotaging your own success. None of you have checked out already thinking, well, I can't even sponsor one. Why would I even go for 4? And then my other mindset back then was, even if I sponsored 4, how am I going to train them all? I work full time. I've got a family. I'm cooking all the meals. How am I ever going to train 4 people in December when it's Christmas time, right? I guarantee some of you are having that talk track, and I really want to encourage you, push that out, kick that out. I call it the angel and the devil. I always say, flick that little devil off your shoulder and listen to the angel, because you can sponsor 4. People are looking to make extra money for the holidays, to pay for their Christmas and Hanukkah shopping, right? They know bills are going to be coming and piling up in January of all the money they spent in December, and they need something to offset that and pay those bills off. Sorry, I just almost dropped my keyboard. And so, you guys, people are looking, and they're in spending mode. They're in buying mode. So when they start their business, their friends are in buying mode, and they're going to be able to make some money this month. So make sure your mindset is right. Make sure you know that that is true. And don't let the excuses, oh, my friends don't have any money, or they're never going to start a business now. Yes, they are. I will tell you, I also ranked to the top in that other company in the month of December. My team was on fire because of my belief and us running. We hit the top level, which is called regional vice president, doesn't matter, on December 31st, New Year's Eve. You think I could have had a ton of excuses, right? That, oh my gosh, everybody's checked out, they're not doing anything New Year's Eve. I could have, but I know the end goal that I had in mind, and I know people are thinking about the future, thinking about 2020. That's what's happening. So you guys, kick out of your brain the fact that you think you can't sponsor 4, because you can. And I want to leave you also with one last thought on that, the 80-20 rule. Even if all 4 got involved, right? And you think, oh, well, my upline, my sport team will help me sponsor these, train these people. The back office is phenomenal. You all know that. We all have such great support. You could train them all. But I do want you to know that when the 80-20 rule does apply, that means, out of 10, right? Let's just talk simple math. Out of 10, 80%, 8 will do 0. 0 zip zilch, right? Most likely. So you'll be lucky if you sponsor 10 that you have 2 that will run with you, right? So think about sponsoring 4, that's less than half of 10, right? So out of the 4, 3 will probably ghost you and take a break for Christmas, and you got the 1 you're going to run with. So you can't tell me that you can't lock arms with 1 person this month and run. So I really want you guys to go for it. Go for 4. If you don't make it, that's okay. You'll most likely hit 2, and you've got the vision pack, you've got the training with Amber and Jeff. And if you don't hit 2, you hit 1, and you've got the training with Jeff and Amber. That's going to be phenomenal. So I really want you guys, stop sabotaging your own success. Believe you can do it, and you can. So let's get into, I'm checking time. Okay, let's get into the 7 points, and I'll give these to Anna. But basically, The 7 points that I cover is if when I was calling them, I got them on the phone and I said, if you were ever going to start now, that's point 1, ever going to start in your lifetime, now would be the time. That all your friends are in buying mode. They're looking for unique gifts. They can buy them from you. If the Black Friday sale is still going, they can get the free collagen masks and so on. Right now is the time. Point number 2, I told them about the firming cream. This month, the company is so generous, they've added the additional firming cream to any of the 3 kits. And you love that, right? You know, if they've purchased it or been looking at it, $106 value. Make sure you share the retail value of what they're getting. Part of point number 2 is I actually broke down the $500 kit. We all have been doing that. 13 products in California, in the United States, sorry. So if you're in Canada, you're going to break it down for your country. But $500 pack divided by 13 normally is $39 a product. When you layer in the 14th product this month, Firm, 14 into 500 is about $35, a little bit more, but about $35. So I told them, even if you decide to do nothing with the business this month, we can pick it up next month. You've got 14 gifts at $35 each. That's amazing. Your family is going to want these gifts, right? So you cover that. You cover key point number 3. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to teach you everything I know. If you're brand new, you say, my sponsor who brought me in is going to hold both of our hands, right? So make sure they know you're going to be there with them. You're going to Zoom with them if they don't live near you. You're going to walk them through everything. You're going to use Anna's verbiage, those 4 documents that Anna came out with on September 1st. Look them up if you don't have them handy. I use them all the time. You're going to use those documents to help them have success right away, right? Number 4 key point, tax write-offs. If they're not excited about those 3, I say, and hey, don't forget, this is the last month you're going to have a tax write-off with your business kit. It's a business expense. Check your tax professional, but you can write this all off when you file your taxes next year. Otherwise, if you wait till January, and you can wait, you can start next year, but you don't get to write this off on your taxes till you file in 2021, right? So make sure they're thinking about that. Key point number 5 is they've got 2 months to fast start qualify. Guys, this new comp plan is so amazing. It used to be 30 calendar days, right? So people wouldn't wait. They would think, okay, today's the 10th. Well, that gives me only until the 9th or 10th of January and the holidays are here. Man, I know there's some extra benefits, but I'll just wait till January. Don't let them. Make sure they know you've got basically 2 months to fast start qualifying. I know you don't know what that is, but it's extra money and I'm going to help you earn that. But we've got till the end of January. So that's another reason you should get started this month. Number 6 is Founders Club. Make sure they know. And that's when I step them up and tell them about the $1,000 kit and I'm more intentional about that. I start with the 5 at the beginning and then I say, and honestly, the best thing you could do for your business, we have a Founders Kit. It's $1,000 American dollars. It's about $2,000 in products. And think about that. You're going to have plenty of samples for your business. You're going to have plenty of gifts you can give away at Christmas. You're going to have lots that you can use on yourself personally, and your founders qualify. And what that means is come January, they're offering a huge incentive. You want to be a founder if possible. If not, you can get started in the 500 kit and sponsor 3 people this month, but it does need to be done this month. So I make sure to cover that. So a lot of people came in at the 1,000 instead because of that. And then last but not least, key point 7 was there is something in it for me. And I let them know. I said, you're getting the firm, you're getting the tax write-offs, you're getting all this. So there's a lot in it for you. I'm going to help you every step of the way, but there's something in it for me. I want you to know that actually they have a contest right now, and the first 35 people in 5 different countries are going to earn a suite upgrade at our national conference. Actually, it's our international conference, and if you help me, if you join, you're helping me, and I'm going to invite you to that conference. You're going to be there, and you're going to be in our suite whenever you want. I made sure they knew that this was about the team. It wasn't about John and I. It's really the team effort. And you guys, they wanted to help. People will help you. They want to help you a lot of times more than they want to help themselves. So that's basically my training. And last but not least, I just wanted to top it off with something Anna Camp, and this is so poignant because this is her call. Something Anna shared with me when I was brand new in the business. It was December of 2012, and she had hit NMD. Maybe she was already on to 3-star. I don't know. She grew so fast. But for some reason, she called me in early December. She knew my experience in the industry, but I think she would have talked to me the same way regardless. And she said, Vicki, you're a leader. I'm a leader. It's December. We're going to rock this month. We're not going to rest. When other people are taking time off, they're, chilling with their Christmas tree and relaxing and thinking they're going to start their business in January. That's fine for them. That's not us. That is not us. We are going to take the market share. We're going to get the customers that honestly could have been theirs, the brand partners that honestly, if they'd talked to somebody, could have been theirs. But that's too bad. You snooze, you lose. We're killing it. And I was like, yes, we are, sister. Absolutely. And I encourage you guys. I felt, I'm getting the chills again. I felt like I was the only person on the planet when Anna talked to me on the phone that day. I was all in. We sponsored like 5 that month. It rolled into January. That January 2013, we sponsored 10, our biggest month ever. And I know it was from the momentum that we started in December. Well, actually October, November, December, because all of us have been working at this, but that's what it did back then. And I encourage you, talk to your team like that. Call each one and tell them that you believe in them, that they're not going to rest during the holidays. They can take time off on Christmas Day, right? And a couple days here and there, right? But you are going to be so thankful, and so are they, that you talked firmly with them, that you had their best interest at heart, and we all crush 2020. Thanks for having me, Anna.
Oh my gosh, that was just amazing, Vicki. Thank you so much. I know you guys got great nuggets from that, as did I. I'll get the 7 key points from Vicki. We'll post them up on Destination Success for you. I love the cheat sheet because when you're talking to somebody, it helps you to remember every single key point of what's in it for them. I love the takeaways. There were so many of them, Vicki, asking people for help and telling about what's in it for you, because oftentimes people won't do it for themselves, but they will do it as a favor for you. And you guys are really leading the way. I just adore you. And what Vicki is saying is true. That phone call I have every single year. I actually have the talk with myself first, and then I have the talk with a lot of my key leaders, because listen, a lot of people, let's just say it quite frankly, make excuses of why they're not going to go to work in December. And I'm not kidding you. It is the biggest month in many years that I've had here are Decembers, because while everybody else's mindset is that they're going to relax and take the time off, I am not. I'm going, because what happens and what you do this month clearly sets you up for 2020. And guys, we literally only have, I don't even know, 21 days left in the year. And how do you want your 2020 to look? And now is the time to press in, to dig in, and just get I always say the early bird catches the worm. And so we are in the early bird phase of 2020. So you guys, with that said, in all that you do, show up and be fabulous. We'll see you again next week. And Vicki, thank you so much. We just so appreciate you. So long, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, ladies.
Great job, Vic. Thank you.
And